Well, as if skiing isn't hard enough on its own, I've had the pleasure to meet these two people next to me. This is Heather and Kevin. And Heather is visually impaired. Heather, what brings you out to ski?
I really enjoy it. I enjoy going down the slopes, and I like the conditions. When the snow is packed powder, it makes skiing really fun because you can just ski over it and there's not a lot of bumps. It's very smooth skiing, and that way I can get my skis together into a parallel when I'm skiing down the hill and making the turn. So it's good for me to practice skiing, and it's also fun for me to do too, so I can practice the skill when the conditions are packed powder, and I can also have a good time with it because I'm not having to slow down with a lot of bumps.
Now, I'm to understand, Kevin, you tell me that you started out with cross-country skiing with Heather.
Yes, I thought that was the easiest transition to start on, a level, flat platform. And it builds your stabilizing muscles and the mechanics of just pole movement and ski movement. The more you move your skis with even people that are sighted, because when I learned, we used to walk up and down the hill, and then when we transitioned from cross-country skiing, Heather started walking up and down hills as I did before we came to the slope. So she already had good ski skills, downhill ski skills, but by the time we came to the slope, she never skied on the bunny slope until a couple of weeks ago when her mother came back out and started skiing again.
So how long have you been downhill skiing, Heather?
Probably about 6 years. Well, I started when I was like 13, so.
And what would you like to tell anybody
about
else?
10 years now I've been skiing.
What would you like to tell anybody else that would either be visually impaired or with other disabilities about skiing?
Once you get a lot of practice with it, you'll get used to skiing and you won't be as intimidated by it. You always have your pose for balance, so that's good. So you're always holding on to something when you're going down the hill. And you can always go into a snowplow if you're afraid or you need to stop really quick. And it's really easy to learn. It's not too hard at all. It's good to start cross-country skiing first, and then it's good to go up and down a small hill and practice walking up and down the hill, because then if you walk up and down the hill, you can get your skis into a parallel, and it makes it easier for you to then learn how to ski at a regular ski slope.
What other sports do you participate in? Any?
I've done figure skating. I've also done mountain biking, and I did gymnastics when I was very young, and I also do kayaking and swimming.
That is just very, very cool. And all these things you would recommend to anybody that would be visually impaired, I'm guessing.
Yes, because it's good exercise for you, but it's also very doable. You don't have to see. It's just a matter of, for instance, skiing down the hill. I just have to really pay attention to my father, and he'll tell me, when to turn, when to stop. He'll tell me when the hill is changing to a steeper level. He'll tell me when the hill gets flatter. So it's all based on listening to information, and once I hear that information, I can, then I know where to ski, and then it's a lot of fun. So I'd recommend it for anything.
At times I just tell you to ski at will or do your own turns.
Right.
And then you're on your own.
Right. Sometimes I can even go on my own.
So we do a lot of that nowadays because our ability is so much better.
Well, I got to tell you, my hat's off to you, definitely, on this. I mean, I have a hard enough time skiing on my own, and I couldn't even imagine what it would be like to do in a visually impaired situation. But I think you're a great role model for any kids with disabilities to come out and do something like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I certainly enjoy it a lot. It's a lot of fun, and it's good exercise, too.
Well, one key thing was Heather would always ask me about playing sports. And I remember one person up that I worked at with one company, and he had a visual impairment. All his life he said he was told, no, you can't do this, no. So with Heather, I remembered that, and when she wanted to play something, a sport or whatever, I would always say yes. How are we going to do it? So we talk about it, and we like with mountain biking. One day we always race tandem, and then one day she said she wanted to race bikes with her friends. Okay, so I thought she meant tandem class. So I asked about that. She goes, "No, you don't understand. I want to ride my own bike on my own." Okay, how are we going to do that? We can do that. So I ran behind her. She did that for a year and a half. We still did the tandem. We double classed. And then once she got going too fast, I couldn't keep up running. She was back on the tandem. But she had the attitude, this is what I want to do, and we're going to go do that. So I never said no to her, and we figure out a way to do it. It's the same with windsurfing. You haven't windsurfed on your own yet.
I haven't windsurfed in a while.
But I remember when we first did that, you
when
put
I
the
was
kids
younger,
on the
I
board.
wanted to learn.
Yeah, you remember that? And we were driving home, and you said that was awesome.
Yes.
And I know the wheels were turning.
It is a lot of fun.
And
A
then
lot of times I'll sit on the surfboard and my dad will work the sail part of it,
Yeah.
and it's a lot of fun because when you get going really fast, you can feel the waves and you can feel the water.
I think that's absolutely great. You're actually involved in more sports than I am.
Yep.
And
I don't know. She just wants to do all these.
You know, the truth is, at this point, I don't see it being a disability.
No. So she just, she has the will and drive to do it, and we've always told her, yeah, you can do this, so let's go and do it. We figure out a way. There's always safety first. One thing, the first time she windsurfed, she goes, after we're driving home, she goes, "Can you teach me what you do?" So yeah. So we haven't gotten to the point where she can windsurf on her own. The learning curve is really flat, even with sighted people on windsurfing. So maybe someday she'll be able to do it, maybe not, but she's enjoyed what she's been able to do. She stands up on the board with me now, and she's in there with the sail and stuff. On light wind days, because I have to be able to control it some too. But skiing is something that she can really excel at. So the independent sports are a lot of fun for you, huh, Heather?
Yeah.
Heather, I think you're a great inspiration for anybody with any kind of disability, not only with disabilities, even people without disabilities. I think you'd be a great inspiration for them, and really, hats off to you. And we're going to ski a little bit with you, and we're gonna check you out here.
Okay.
Thank you. On a sentimental journey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Mom's behind us. We'll go over.